Hey everyone, and welcome back to Wassenger Talks. We're diving into something pretty cool today, something that could be a game changer, especially if you're someone who maybe gets intimidated by the idea of coding.
That's right. We're talking about automating your WhatsApp messaging, and you don't need to be a coder or programmer or anything like that.
Okay, hold on. You've got my attention already. So, no coding required to automate WhatsApp messages.
Exactly. And if you've ever thought about how cool it would be to send personalized messages to tons of people at the same time, maybe while you're, relaxing or having your morning coffee, well, this is how you can do it.
Okay, I'm all ears, so tell me more. What is this magic solution?
It's called Wassenger Campaigns. It's this really powerful tool where you can create and send these bulk WhatsApp messages without any coding.
Really, it's that simple.
It's designed to be really easy to use. In fact, as you can see in the image we're showing you, the interface is super straightforward. It's like, those games where you fit blocks together? You just drag, drop, customize your message, and boom, you're a marketing whiz.
I like what I'm hearing. No coding spells required. Let's get into the details. How do we get our contacts into this system? I'm guessing we don't have to type in hundreds of numbers one by one.
Nope. You're right about that. Wassenger Campaigns gives you a few different ways to do it. You can import your contacts from a CSV file, an Excel spreadsheet, or even a Google Sheet. So if you're already organized, you're pretty much good to go.
Being organized definitely helps. But what if our contact list is a little, all over the place?
No problem. You can pull your contacts straight from Wassenger's CRM.
Ah, CRM. So that's where having things organized really matters. But let's talk about those messages themselves. I mean, sending out the same message to everyone can feel a little impersonal.
That's such an important point. Personalization is really key in marketing these days. It's what makes people actually pay attention to your message. And Wassenger Campaigns lets you personalize things using template variables.
Template variables.
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious now. What are those exactly?
So basically, they're like placeholders in your message template. Let's say you want to use each person's name in the message. Instead of just saying, "Hi there," you'd use a variable like this name. And then that variable automatically puts the right name from your contact list into each message.
So no more of those awkward "dear insert name here" situations. Got it. I can see how even small things like that can make a big difference.
Absolutely. People are way more likely to engage with a message that feels like it was written just for them. It shows that you get them and what they're interested in.
Okay, this is making a lot of sense. But sometimes text messages can be kind of boring. Can we add some visual interest?
For sure. With Wassenger Campaigns, you can add all kinds of multimedia to your messages. Images, videos, anything that grabs attention and makes your message more interesting.
Did you say videos? Like we can set a whole video as part of our campaign.
Exactly. As you see in this image, you can. And it really does make a difference. Think about it. Would you rather get a message with a bunch of text or one with a cool image or a video?
Yeah, a picture's worth 1,000 words, or however that saying goes. But what if I'm, busy with other things? Can I schedule these messages to go out later?
You bet. That's what the scheduling feature is for.
Yeah.
Imagine this. You launch a promotion right when your audience is waking up and you're still sipping your coffee.
Now that sounds like a productive morning. But wouldn't sending out a ton of messages at once get you in trouble with WhatsApp?
It's a good question, but Wassenger Campaigns helps you avoid that. You have total control over how fast messages go out, so you won't overload WhatsApp, and you can keep your account in good standing. You can decide exactly how many messages are sent per minute.
Wow, this is seriously impressive. It sounds like a really powerful marketing tool. But sending messages is just part of it. How do we know if our campaigns are actually working?
That's where the reporting features come in. They give you a really detailed breakdown of how your campaigns are doing. You can see who got your message, who opened it, and you can even export all that data if you want to take a closer look. It's all about using data to make better decisions.
So it's not just like shooting messages out into the void. We're actually learning about our audience and figuring out what works.
Exactly. The more you know about how people are reacting to your campaigns, the better you can make them. Now, if you're a little more on the techie side and want to do even more with Wassenger Campaigns, there's an API.
API, is that like a secret code word or something?
Kind of. It's basically a way to connect Wassenger Campaigns to other software or tools that you use, so you can do some pretty cool things with integrations and automation if you want to get really advanced.
Okay, so that's like the next level for people who are comfortable with the technical stuff.
Yeah.
But you don't need to be a coding expert to use the main features, right?
Nope, not at all. That's the great thing about Wassenger Campaigns. It's for everyone, no matter what your tech skills are.
I like that. But before we move on, there's something I've been wondering about. What about people who decide they don't want to get these messages anymore? How do they opt out?
That's a great question. Wassenger Campaigns has a feature called Campaign Opt-out, and it's all about giving people control over what they receive. You can see how it works in this image.
That sounds good. How does it work?
So you set up a keyword, something like stop or unsubscribe. And if someone replies to your message with that word, they're automatically taken off your list for any future campaigns.
So it's really easy for them to manage their preferences. That probably helps a lot with all the data privacy rules, too.
Definitely. It shows that you're respecting their choices and you're only sending messages to people who actually want them.
I'm liking this opt-out feature. It's a good thing all around. So we've covered a lot of ground here, setting up campaigns, making messages personal, scheduling them, tracking results, even connecting with other tools. It seems like Wassenger Campaigns can do it all. What stands out to you the most?
I think it's how it manages to be both powerful and simple. You have all these amazing features, but it's still so easy to use.
I agree. It's like they took all the complicated parts of marketing automation and made it something anyone can use. And that opt-out feature is really important for respecting people's inboxes and building trust.
It really is. It shows that you're not just blasting out messages. You actually care about the people you're reaching out to.
Okay, so with all that in mind, let's get creative here. What kind of campaign would you create if you had this tool?
That's a good one. I think the key is to start with your audience and what they really care about. What are their pain points? What kind of information would be helpful to them?
So it's not about pushing products, it's about providing something valuable.
Exactly. Let's say you run a yoga studio and you have a new class starting. Instead of just sending a message that says, sign up now, you could create a campaign that talks about the benefits of that specific style of yoga. You could mention how it can help with stress relief or flexibility, and then maybe offer a discount to people who sign up through the campaign.
That sounds way more interesting than just a sales pitch. It's like you're building excitement and giving people a reason to want to join.
Exactly. And with Wassenger Campaigns, you can personalize those messages, group your audience based on their interests, and schedule the whole thing to go out at the best possible time.
It's not just sending a message, it's creating a whole experience.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And because you can include multimedia and track your results, you can keep improving your strategy and make sure your message is hitting the mark.
This is giving me so many ideas. But let's bring it back to our listeners.
Yeah.
What's the one thing you want them to take away from all of this?
I'd say it's that with Wassenger Campaigns, you don't need to be a marketing expert or know anything about coding to create really effective and personalized campaigns.
I like that. It's all about giving businesses the tools they need to connect with their audience in a way that feels real and genuine.
And the best part is the only limit is your own creativity.
That's a great point. So to all our listeners out there,
Yeah.
what kind of campaign are you going to create? What story are you going to tell?
We're excited to see what you come up with.
Go out there and experiment. The possibilities are pretty much endless with Wassenger Campaigns.
It's amazing to think about all the ways businesses can use this tool to connect with their audience on a deeper level.
And hey, if you create a really amazing campaign, let us know. We might even feature it on a future episode of Wassenger Talks.
We're always looking for inspiring stories.
Okay, everyone. That's it for today's deep dive into Wassenger Campaigns. We hope you feel ready to ditch those spreadsheets, automate your WhatsApp messaging, and start building better relationships with your audience.
Remember, at the end of the day, good communication is what makes a business successful. And with the right tools like Wassenger Campaigns, you can make that communication personal, impactful, and maybe even fun.
Until next time, keep those creative ideas flowing.